This podcast was edited and uploaded by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip Geeb podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast over on youtube.com/DripGeeb. Drip, I know you haven't even got a chance to listen to last week's episode, have you?
I've not.
In last week's episode, on the part where I just introduced the guest, the you or whoever it is, Tyson was our guest last week, and on Tyson's name, I paused and had a conniption mentally because I'm like, what the hell is this guy's name? Because he's had 15 million names. So you should really listen to the intro of last week's podcast.
What's your name? Hey, fella, on the podcast here.
Yes,
what's your name?
Yes, this is the Drip G podcast. This is Drip Media, not Tyson. Last week was with Tyson. This week we got Drip right back in his seat where it belongs. Yes. Drip, how you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. I needed the week off. I'm glad I took the week off. And honestly, it's probably better Tyson was here last week. Even the Pokemon conversation was, I guarantee, 1,000 times better between you two than it would have been between you and I.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to you, and all offense to you. It was better not to have you at all, even if you wanted to be the third wheel for that one. Like, it was just really great to just have me and Tyson.
Yeah, what was I gonna add?
Nothing. You were
like, that
nothing.
Sounds cool. I know nothing about that because I've played none of the game, but that
and you don't even. And the other thing is, like, you don't even feel passionate for Pokemon like we do.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad to have you back, Drip. And last week was
glad
great.
to be back. Glad to be back.
Last week was absolutely spectacular episode. Thank you guys for listening to that and watching it here on YouTube. This week we got some stuff to talk about because I don't know if you guys heard yesterday or anything, but there was this little show called the Game Awards. My initial plan, which is funny, Drip, my initial plan was to completely ignore them altogether and still have a podcast. And if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you,
you text me like, you're streaming? We have a podcast. I'm like, dude, it's the fucking Game Awards. What are you talking about? No, I'm watching the Game Awards.
I have to say, I was half right and half wrong in terms of what we saw yesterday, because I'm kind of, you and I were kind of in agreement up until the last second you kind of changed your mind on it. I was like, we're not seeing anything from Nintendo. And in general, the trailers we're going to see are going to be pretty boring. And the announcements are going to be, I'm like, I don't really care about these announcements anyway. So half of that for me was right, half was wrong, because I did see stuff I was interested in with trailers. And we did get some awards from Nintendo, but we also got a game announcement from Nintendo. But we'll get to that in just a second. But Drip, what are your kind of impressions after a day, 24 hours of seeing feeling the Game Awards from yesterday?
It was too long.
Agreed.
It was too long. I mean, are we going into all the Game Awards stuff now? Are we doing that first?
We're not, because I'm a terrible host of this podcast.
There's like a ton of different stuff we're supposed to be talking about first.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, everybody. But we do have other things to talk about.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you were just introing this whole thing. I was like, he's going right in. Okay.
All right. I don't know. I'm fired. Drip, what have you been playing this week?
What?
What video games have you been playing recently? Because we'll start. We haven't done that in a while. We're talking about the games.
Yeah, we talked about bringing that back today.
I got a lot of games.
Ignored it completely.
I did. I have a lot of games.
You typed it.
I did.
You typed it. I'm looking at it right there, and then we're like, no, actually, you know what? None of this.
No. Okay, games. What are you playing?
Two things I've been playing. One, the new Fortnite update, which is, oh man, it's awesome. The new map is so awesome. It's in Unreal Engine 5 now. It looks amazing. It runs amazing. The hammer, that new hammer, dude, that thing is sick.
It is pretty cool.
It is so sick.
I got murdered by one today.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good with it. I'm getting all right. If I can really get it going, getting all right with the hammer. I mean, dude, all the weapons are cool. Everything, it's just everything. The dirt bikes, I'm really, really enjoying that. The other thing that I'm playing, I finally, the only Black Friday deal I took advantage of, I got Miles Morales. on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, and you've streamed it 3 times now.
Yeah, I'm going to stream the whole thing. I'm going to stream again tomorrow for a little bit. It's a very short game, but that's what the Twitch is going to end up being now. Yeah.
I
think it's only like main story. I've been up at main story is 7 hours, I think. It's not long.
We just had
I got it for $20, so I'm like, dude, this is like it's perfect. But it's great. My God, it looks so good. And believe it or not, as long as I've had my PlayStation 5, this is the first actual PlayStation 5 game I've played on it.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean like PS5 game in particular? You played other?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like I played Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a PS4 game.
Yeah.
And Fortnite and what else? Not a lot else. What, Multiverses? We played that. Not a lot else. So I'm experiencing, PS5 stuff for the first time. It's nice. It's very nice. The haptic feedback and stuff, all the little things and the controller. It's pretty impressive stuff. What about you? What are you playing?
Man, well, before I tell you what I'm playing, I want to talk a little bit about Miles Morales because I'm watching you play it, and it's something I'm super interested in. I have not gotten a chance to pull the trigger on Steam yet. They've made both games available on Steam, which is I'm very thankful for because I really want to play those games, and there's no chance of buying a PS5 anytime this decade. So, no,
they're coming back, man. They're coming back.
Well, my wallet's not, so that
wallet's not coming back.
I shouldn't say that. I hope my wallet comes back soon. That would be great. But yeah, no, there's no way I can afford just a $500 for fun purchase. Like any real, besides Sony exclusives, any game that I can play on PlayStation 5, I can play on my PC. There's no reason.
And
a
lot of the PlayStation exclusive stuff comes to PC now.
Yes,
I mean, almost all of it. It comes a little bit after, like it all does now.
I have Horizon.
God of War came.
Yeah, Horizon
Zero Dawn.
I have
Horizon Forbidden West. Didn't they just announce Horizon Forbidden West?
I don't know.
PC?
I don't know. I believe it though because all the other Miles Morales is already there.
That up. Yeah, I mean, I may be completely making that up. I'm not sure. But if they haven't, they're gonna. Yeah. Like obviously they're gonna start putting their stuff on PC going forward, which is smart.
Yes,
not everybody
it is very smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not everybody can get the console. It's like, what? Yeah, put it on PC.
Yeah.
At least you're gonna sell the game.
Man, so I've been playing, last week we did a whole Pokemon episode with Tyson's, and I'm still playing Pokemon, although this week, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, to be specifically, I have slowed down quite a bit with my Pokemon, not because I'm not interested anymore, just because you understand something. I don't play games, like, other than stream, I enjoy games. I don't, what's the word? I don't, like, overly consume games. Like, I overly consume food, that's why I'm fat. But I don't overly consume games like that. I enjoy games like it's a fine wine and just get my experience in for when I want and then take a break. I have played 75 hours. We're touching 80 hours in the first 2.5 weeks of the game.
Damn.
And listen, there are so many more people than me that have played more hours. Like that. So I'm not trying to look at me or anything like that. Like, trust me, I know.
Still, I know. For somebody who doesn't do that,
I don't do that. I don't do that. To put in perspective, all year, I streamed Splatoon for 10 hours. Or what was it? How many hours? 12. I streamed Splatoon 3 for 12 hours, and I have more hours in Pokemon in 2 weeks than all of this year of Splatoon.
It's a lot.
And here's the other thing I've been playing. I recently picked back up because I did want to play Pokemon, but I was like, I just don't want to go back to Violet yet. I'm just not ready to go back. Also, not going to lie, part of the reason I'm not going back to Violet is I played so much of the game. I really want the technical issues to be fixed. Like because I'm done the story. I rolled the credits. I don't know if I want to go any farther into the end game without better performance. I think I might hold out and wait. I'll still shiny hunt. I'll still do normal stuff around the world, but I'm not touching any of that end game stuff until the performance
sounds
is
like
fixed.
At least that they're working on it and making it better.
Yes,
like it's something that is a possibility now. Which for a while I was like, I don't think they're going to do anything to it, which sucks. But I mean, it looks like they are going to do that, so that's good.
Right? Yeah. No. So I'm not gonna lie. I will still shiny hunt. I'll still play the game, but I'm a little concerned, or not concerned. I'm a little down on the game right now, just because I wanted to keep going, and I love the gameplay. You guys, listen last week. I blush all over the game. It's really bad. It really is bad. It's just as bad as everyone says it is. Not as far as We did a whole episode. You guys listened to last week. We did a whole thing on that. But I picked back up Legends Arceus because I realized I did finish the game. The credits did roll in that game for me. When I, back in, February or whatever, March, when I finished it. But I didn't touch the end game. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I remember Tyson saying there's a lot of stuff in the end game that there's like a whole lot of stuff.
Yes. So I am touching the end game. I've gotten to a point now where I just saw something yesterday. I've lost the battle. My Pokemon aren't high level enough yet. Even my god Pokemon, like literally they're gods, and they're not high enough level yet for some of the end game stuff. So I need to level those guys up a bit. I died like 5 times last night at like 1 a.m. I was like, I need to go to bed. I'll do this later. But the end game, just playing Arceus again, it's reminding me how good next gen Pokemon could be.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we did a whole episode last week. Listen to that, but we didn't really talk about Arceus that much. And I know Tyson hates it, but it's not really the gameplay. He has issues with gameplay stuff. I'm talking about like the way the game runs, the visuals, just everything about that game. You got something flashing back there. I don't know what's going on.
That's my arcade. I was like, what is that? It scared me.
Yeah. But it's the art style. The visuals of Arceus are just spectacular. And it's like, man, if fucking Violet could just run like this and just have this everything, like I'm going to break it down so bad. Maybe on stream one day I'll break it down and I'll cut it up for a video or something. But like, it's clean. It is clean. It's like going from iOS 14 to iOS 15 or whatever, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just clean. And Arceus being the upgrade, like it's just clean. And it's such a downgrade. Scarlet and Violet is such a downgrade, but we're not here to talk about Pokemon.
No.
Even though I've been playing lots of Pokemon.
Hey, you know what? Nintendo game we should talk about, or future Nintendo game?
What's that?
We should talk about Call of Duty.
Oh my God.
Coming back to Nintendo.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard the news, it's
hilarious, dude.
There was
it's
news.
Funny.
Do you want to give us some, before I read this tweet from Phil Spencer, do you want to give us a little background story of what's going on?
Here's the thing. Yeah, so
how many spicy nugget?
Most of you already know Microsoft is in the process of buying Activision Blizzard.
I haven't heard about that. What's that?
Oh, that's a big company. That's a big game company. They got lots of stuff. Activision, they got lots of stuff. The biggest thing they have is Call of Duty.
What's that, like a couple
Call
million
of Duty. I mean, it's just the biggest seller on PlayStation and Xbox every single year, without fail. It's nothing, not a big deal. Anyway, Sony's they don't want this to happen. They are fighting this. They are fighting this in like every country, trying to not let this happen. And their whole thing is, they're it's a monopoly type thing. They're trying to push that, they can't do this. They're taking the biggest game, like there's no Call of Duty. There's no other game that's Call of Duty. And they're taking it, and they already have all this other stuff. Sony's trying to fight it. So Microsoft offered them a deal, and Sony didn't want to take it. They're like, no, we're not going to take it. And I don't know. Microsoft, I mean, they're smart. They went around and used the back door here, and now Nintendo's getting it.
Yeah,
everybody's getting it.
Let's read this here.
Valve's getting it. Go ahead and read that.
Phil Spencer tweets on December 6th. That was 3 days ago as of recording. Microsoft has entered into a 10-year commitment to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo following the merger of Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King. Microsoft is committed to helping bring more games to more people, however they choose to play.
Yeah, that's a smack right in the face to Sony. Like, hey, try blocking us again, you fucking assholes. They wouldn't take the deal, so they're like, okay, they won't take the deal because they want to make it look like we're trying to just hold it away from everybody. So here's what we'll do. We'll go give that same deal. Fuck it. Hey, Nintendo. Hey, you want Call of Duty for 10 years? Nintendo's like, me? You talking to me? Yeah, sure, yeah. 10 years? Why not? They're like, hey, Valve, how about you? You down? They're like, Hell yeah, man. Definitely down.
And and it's like a meme, like Sony's in the corner, just like,
yeah, Sony's like, shit. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
So I don't know if you know the answer to this. I don't know if any of us know the answer to this. What does this mean? Does that does this mean that like Sony is legit gonna not have?
No, it's not, because they tweeted. There was another tweet later that said, yeah, we're happy about this deal we've done with Valve. We're happy with this deal we've done with Nintendo. If Sony would like a 10-year deal, we will be very open to talking to them about a 10-year deal as well. They tweeted it. It is online. You can read it.
Yeah.
All this is leverage, because they're sick of Sony trying to jump into these, like all these, these litigations and stuff, saying, oh, well, they're not, they're just trying to take it. It's a monopoly. Like, they have no argument anymore. It's done. So anywhere they go after this, they're going to be like, well, they're trying to. No, they're not. They just gave it to Nintendo. They just gave it. It's going to be on Steam for 10 years. It's going to be on Nintendo platforms for 10 years. 10 years.
Now,
notice they didn't say Switch, though. Nintendo platforms.
Yeah. Well, but we'll think about it, dude. I mean, I'm not going to look into that like you maybe want to talk about right now, because think about it. 10 years. Of course.
Of course.
PlayStation 5 and Xbox Xbox Series X and S are not going to be around 10 years either. So, so obviously, I think that makes sense.
I do have one
this
question.
This is not a secret Switch Pro tweet or anything.
No. I don't even mean it like that. I'm just saying, I don't know if they're going to have a Call of Duty ready for the Switch, is what I'm saying. Because from what I hear, next year's is an add-on or something else to the game that they're putting out now. And I don't think they're going to have that on the Switch. So maybe the next year. But I do think Call of Duty Mobile could be ported over to the Switch like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Call of Duty Mobile?
Actually, I have.
I have too. It's actually
legit.
It's not that bad.
It's not
that bad.
I wanted to compare like my phone. Like I had an old phone and a new phone back a while ago. I was like, I want to compare performance for shits and giggles. So I downloaded Fortnite and Call of Duty Mobile just to try it out.
I played Call of Duty Mobile when it was like when they first put it out.
I'm sure it was terrible.
Just because it wasn't.
No,
I was like, this is surprisingly good. Honestly, I played it I didn't play it long. You know, I have phone games. It's just,
neither. I played it for maybe 20 minutes and then deleted it.
I played it like a day, and then I hopped back on maybe another day. It was fun. I mean, it was actually pretty good. But if you gave that game a little bit of a facelift, gave it regular controls, that would be great on the Switch.
Essentially, I mean, if it doesn't already, the mobile game, it would just need controller support. And I don't think they would need any graphical improvements. I mean, I'm sure iPhones playing Call of Duty Mobile already look better than what's going to look like on Switch. I don't think it's going to need any graphical
if I'm being honest, you're right. I don't remember exactly how it looked, but it probably looks better than stuff that's on the Switch.
Yeah. I mean, Fortnite runs better on my 3-year-old phone.
Yeah.
A Pixel 4 XL. Fortnite looks better on here than the Switch. It also can get to 60 FPS.
Yeah,
I mean, like that. That's pretty silly.
Yeah,
so, like,
it's not terrible. So I honestly would be surprised if they didn't port that. That's an easy port.
Yeah,
man.
no,
that's easy.
I think this is a stamp on the paper. Like we're getting Call of Duty Mobile. We're getting,
and they'll
it's
charge
just a matter
for
of
it.
when.
It won't be Call of Duty Mobile. It will be like
Call of Duty Nintendo
Call of
Switch
Duty
Edition.
Switch, or something like that.
Microsoft,
and they'll charge for it,
like Minecraft is. It's just like the Nintendo Switch Edition. It's going to be Call of Duty Nintendo Switch Edition. And my guess, if I had to guess, well, I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm thinking about it for the first time right now. I wonder if it's going to be cross-platform, not because they're against cross-platform, but because would it even be fair?
Yeah.
Well, it's mobile, so it's only going to be against phones.
Yeah, it would only be on people on phone and people on Switch. But I mean, Fortnite was cross-platform with phones, wasn't it?
I take it back. Yeah, no, I think for sure. Fortnite also you can play Fortnite on Switch against PS5 and PC.
Yeah. So you play against everybody.
Yeah, it's freaking fly. Get out of here, Jesus! Jumping on my microphone, jumping on my face. Get out of here.
Got me worried about mine now.
I can't ignore it. It was on my face. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see if when we get Call of Duty Mobile. There's no way we're getting like any of the newer Call of Duties. There's a chance. Here's something fun to think about. Are we gonna get like Xbox 3, because there's Xbox 360 games on the Switch right now. BioShock, the BioShock series, those were all like Xbox games.
Yeah,
from 360 era and even earlier, I think.
Yeah,
maybe
PS3.
Yeah. So like, I mean that
I don't know.
How cool would that be if we got Black Ops 2 on Switch?
I mean, yeah, the older ones, but. I don't know. You got to remember this. You have to remember this too. You have to remember this too.
With online support. Oh my god, dude. Oh my.
Now listen, you have to remember this too. You're talking about
time travel to high school real fast, dude. That's
you're talking about Activision.
I'm so nostalgic for that, dude.
You're talking about Activision, who didn't want to put Call of Duty stuff on the Switch or hasn't yet. Maybe they are okay with doing it, but haven't. You're talking about that company, but now that company who has been bought by another company, Microsoft, who already plays very, very well with Nintendo. They play in the sandbox together very well. They're friends.
Yeah.
They do lots of things. We get Xbox games on the Switch.
Yes.
I mean, they were the ones when the whole cross-platform thing was happening. They made a fucking commercial about it together, about Minecraft being able to play cross-platform.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
I'm saying that Microsoft may be like, hey, Activision, like, we own you. You're making shit for the Switch. Like, this is going on the Switch. This is going on the Switch too. Like, just prepare for it. Know that you're developing for that now too. Just, put it in there because it's going. I mean, they could very well do that. I mean, it's going to be a whole different thing now that Microsoft is going to be in charge. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They are still Activision's still their own company, but they got to answer to a higher power now. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
It will be very interesting. I just really love the idea of getting those old Call of Duty games.
That would be cool.
Forget future Call of Duty stuff.
See, but that's the thing. They've brought back the ones that I like. They've remade all the Modern Warfare stuff. Like, those are the ones I was playing on like PlayStation 3, man.
Modern Warfare 3.
I really, really like those games.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you before, you guys know, I used to be a shooter player. Like, I played all the Halos. I played, I think I started with Modern Warfare 3, and then Black Ops 2 came out after that, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's the other way around. Not sure. But either way, those are the two Call of Duty games I played the crap out of. I have probably hundreds, if not thousands of hours in those two games.
Damn.
Oh yeah, dude, it was high school. That was high school for me.
Yeah, I didn't play them that much, but we played them.
Back in the day when we didn't have we kind of had wireless headsets. You could plug in your crappy, like the ones Xbox 360 came with.
Yeah, like the telemarketer thing.
Yeah, the telemarketer thing. You plug it into your 360 controller and it wirelessly signals to your TV. I have memories. Yeah. I have good and bad memories.
Yeah, man, me and good old Matt Moran used to live down in Fairmont. I remember I got like my tax money back or something one year. And it was a good year. It was a good tax year. I went and bought a PlayStation 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Guitar Hero all on the same day. We went back to the house and didn't leave that house for a long time. To go get beer. That was about the only reason we left. That's great. That was it.
That's great. Speaking of not leaving places for long times.
Good God.
How about can we just give a shout out to Bro? I don't know what Bro's name is, but I'm gonna
the guy who he's the voice. I don't know his name. I forget the voice of Kratos.
Yeah,
and Ragnarok. Yeah, God of War.
Bro, shout out to Bro.
Wow,
Bro was up there like as if he was naked, and he was just like, I am living life, speaking to you guys.
He
butt naked.
I've never seen a longer speech at the game. Never seen a longer speech at the Game Awards. That was insane. I couldn't believe it. And I streamed it. You were there. I mean, yes. there was a point where I am standing up, like, get off. I'm standing. I'm like, dude, come on. Like,
you were cracking me up, dude.
It's like, legit, dude,
like LOL for real. Like I was laughing out loud.
I mean, I was, and it was not only that. Al Pacino didn't even know where the fuck he was at, man. He was just on the stage lost. He's like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. Like, okay, we're starting this off.
They're paying me to be here. I can't see anything.
Yeah, we are starting this off real good. He's like, hey, I don't play video games and I can't see the fucking teleprompter, but hey, I'm here. Huh?
Oh my god!
You guys know this face, right? You've seen me.
But he was living his best.
Man.
Al Pacino was living his best life last night.
Yeah, he was, man. He did the best he could, but my God, it took him forever to even tell us who the damn winner was because he couldn't even tell it. Like, oh my God. So that whole first part of the Game Awards was just like, I was nervous for both of them. Like, stop. Oh my God, stop talking. Just no, go to commercial. Just end the show. We can't do this. We cannot do this.
What I found most interesting.
So then he finally called the guy up on stage, and Christopher Judge is his name. Thank you, Mega Boy. So I mean, dude, he talked like this, and then he would say something else, and then he would say something else, and he had those giant pauses, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, stop. Even when they started playing the music, he was just like, fuck you.
It got
this is my
so
day.
emotional at the end.
Yeah,
because they were playing epic music, like epic music to his amazing, because he's a voice actor. He won the award for voice acting.
Great. Yeah.
He got an amazing voice. And it was the most annoying, beautiful thing I have ever experienced in my life. I think that fly just went into my eye. I'm not even joking.
Well, at least you won't have to worry about it flying around anymore.
That's a good point.
Permanently landed.
That's a good point. But that man, bro, I don't know, Christopher Judge, but his name is Bro. Bro just was like, I don't give a fuck what any of you think or say. I'm going to do whatever I want on this stage. I'm going to hug Al Pacino, because when the fuck are you going to get to hug Al Pacino in your life? He gets up there after his speech was over. And by the way, I roughly calculated 8 minutes and 16 seconds that man was on that microphone.
It felt like an hour.
Can I have a question, Drip? We're going to move on from this, but I think it's just hilarious. Why did they wait 7 minutes to put the music on?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I think at one point they were just like, we're going to let him go for a minute. And then they were like, okay, why are we letting him go? Somebody needs to do something. Hey, can somebody do something?
I see absolutely nothing wrong with
I'm sure Jeff Keighley was he's backstage shitting his pants.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, we are done. But we are done. We're done.
Like, Bro, there's no issue with Bro. He went up there and did his thing. Nobody stopped him. If I was in that position and I had the balls like Bro, I would do the same thing. I'd be like,
I felt like it was like a documentary.
This is my stage. This
like a documentary
he went into backstory on backstory. He went fucking like Inception level.
I know, dude.
Backstory.
He was in it, dude. I mean, I'm like, dude, what? Get off! Stop! Just stop.
Yeah, no, he didn't stop. And they didn't stop him. But they didn't stop him is my point. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not mad at him whatsoever. I'm mad at the Game Awards because here's the shitty thing that they did. They let him. They didn't put the music on him for 7 minutes, but then they started putting music on people after 45 seconds.
Everybody else was like, "Okay, come on, we gotta go." But that put everything behind.
I know, but that's on them. That's on the Game Awards. Do not cut short some of these other people's speeches.
Well, they had to. They shouldn't have let it go, but
it's the internet.
They did let it go.
Why do they care about a schedule? It's the internet.
I am sure that there is some type of schedule where they have to be done with things there, wrapped. I mean, listen, I'm sure it's not like they own the place. They rent the place out.
Let me tell you a secret, Drip. Nobody was watching that last night. Here's who's watching it last night. People who have to make content on it. Their audience.
Dude, you're out of your mind if you think that's true.
And people wanting to win a Steam Deck. Those are the only 3 people watching last night.
You are out of your mind.
And here's why. And here's why. And here's why.
You're wrong.
And here's why.
I have to tell you right now. I'm stopping
and here's why. Can I give you a reason why?
Do you realize how many people watch the Game Awards?
Can I tell you why I say that? Because it all gets immediately tweeted on Twitter. You can check out the thing.
No, you're wrong.
You can be Netflix and chilling with Bae, and be like, oh, I want to see what the coolest thing came out.
You could be, but I'm just telling you right now, you are dead ass wrong about that. Millions and millions and millions of people watch the Game Awards. 80 million views last year.
80 million people bored out their minds because it went for 4 hours.
Okay, that is true. Holy shit. And we said this last year, too. We talked about this. Why is this show 3 hours long?
Can't they learn from other award shows like the
I don't watch other award shows. Well, I'm sure they're just as long.
But do you know why you don't watch those award shows? Because it's a bad idea. Like these award shows are a bad idea. Nobody likes it, though. Even the people who like it, I think they're lying. I think you're lying, because who likes to sit up? It's like going to like your little sister's.
These things you're saying right now. These things you're saying right now don't make any sense.
An award show is like going to a middle school graduation.
No, it's not.
Your little sister's getting fucking graduated from Hancock Middle School, whatever the fuck.
Your opinion on this is
you're like
insane. Insane.
I gotta go to my little sister's graduation. All right.
Now listen.
Let's listen to this teacher talking no one cares about. Let's listen to this fucking kid tell their speech. Well, let's do this. Oh, there's a dance performance in the middle. Great.
You let me know when you're done.
Oh, and then let's listen. Give the damn diploma and get the fuck off the stage, and that's it. That's the show, guys. How about this? No show. Just give them the diploma or give them the award in this situation, and just no show. Do you know why we have it? It's because of money. It's because it makes them money. I don't want to participate in making rich people more rich so you can watch this ridiculous award show that nobody gives a shit about. Except they care about the awards. They don't care about the show. The show sucks.
Who cares about the awards?
You're telling me you don't care about the awards or the announcements that happen at the awards? I don't.
That's all I care about. That's why I watch it. I watch it to see the announcements. The awards are just an extra thing. Listen, you're sitting here saying that nobody cares about something that 80 million fucking people watched last year. And I guarantee it. I don't know what the number is, but I would venture to guess that this year it was 100 million. Because I know every single year it goes up. I mean, the past 5 years especially, it's been going up, up, up. You're telling me that no one likes it, but 80 million people watched it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't see how that's.
This is the hill I've decided to die on. Yes.
Okay. 80 million people watched this thing last year. I'm going to say probably 100 million people did this year. I don't know. I don't understand your take on this, but I will agree with you on this one thing. It's too fucking long. It's too long.
I'm glad we can agree on that. We have our circle charts, and the only thing that's in the center is
too long.
It's too long.
It's right here. Yes, it's too long. It is too long. Okay, listen. Let's get into that real quick.
Yeah.
Before we get into some of the stuff that was
the other stuff. We'll talk about the games and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like it started off, and Alex is in the chat here. I actually talked to him right after he was there.
Yeah, I saw his hair glowing multiple times. How about you?
I didn't.
I saw it multiple times.
Was that the thing in the? Was this?
You know how like you can see inside because of this thing called light. Like that was because of his hair. Like his hair is it's like Goku. He just emits light. Yeah. Well, you saw the show. They used his hair as like a light.
Okay. Well, I told him last night.
Figuring out I'm just being a.
I get it. I told him last night. I really enjoyed the first part of the show, and I just felt like it just slowly, like it had these, parts where it came back up a little. Yeah. Were just declining.
The first half hour was great.
The whole time.
First half hour was great.
Of the actual show, no, not the pre-show. The pre-show was fine.
Not the pre-show. The actual show.
The actual show, and crazy enough because of the whole Al Pacino and the what's his name, Christopher Judge thing. That from the beginning, I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking disaster. This is gonna be bad. But then, I mean, they came out of the gates like with good stuff. Like I was like, okay, wow, like they're really, wow, okay, this is good, this is great. And then, it was just too long. I felt like there was a part just kind of in the middle of everything where I'm sitting here streaming and I'm like, all right, okay, that's cool. And there were some good things here and there. Like I said, it wasn't all just straight downhill. Everything was bad, but there were some games where it was just like no one's going to care. Like when this drops, nobody's going to even care when this comes out. Like they hype it up and make it out like it's this big deal game. It's like, nobody's going to care about this.
Yeah.
There were some though. There were some standouts, some very, very good ones, honestly.
Well, let's get into some of those standouts because I have my list here, and I was telling you in our before we got live here. I admit, I'm sure there's things I missed. I have a very, what I would consider small list of games here that were notable for me. I probably missed a bunch of cool stuff. So if we don't talk about a particular game trailer that you were like, how can they not talk about it? Probably because I tuned out after 2 hours and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I was so bored after 2 hours, just because it was just too long. It was going too long.
Yeah, it was long. It was long. So well, I didn't take notes. I should have. I should have gone back and actually. Yeah.
So I was taking notes up until about 2 hours or so, and then I got some of the things toward the end. I didn't miss. I hit just about everything that I'm interested in, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't stuff that wasn't good. So anyway, this is not just what was good. This is just what I captured. First things first. I was trying to be funny. I was trying to make a joke. I couldn't think of one. Judas. Judas.
Yes, that was the one from the people who made
BioShock.
Help me out. Yeah, BioShock. Yeah, yes. That looked really good.
It's funny watching that trailer, which I'm sure you and I are doing at the moment in the background, just so we can refresh ourselves here. It's funny because I don't know how much how much gameplay of BioShock you've watched or you've played yourself.
I haven't played any of it.
It looks exactly like it looks like a BioShock game.
Yeah.
It just looks like
just from trailers of BioShock. And
it's a next gen BioShock game, and it's just, oh my God, it looks good. If you like BioShock, especially like Infinite, that game was spectacular. This one, it's just like you're going to absolutely love this game if you liked Infinite or any of the old BioShocks for that matter, but especially Infinite. Man,
I mean, it looks really cool. Honestly,
so good. I'm telling you, everything from like the hand movements and the graphics and the gameplay. It's just they copied and pasted a lot of the game code of BioShock. The BioShock's DNA is just all over this. It may be called Judas, but this is a BioShock game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's one. If I'm being honest, it's one I'm not gonna play. Probably.
I probably won't play it either, but I'll probably watch a Let's Play because I love that shit.
It's like a first person game, and man, there's just something about first person that just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not like in love. I used to be a first person shooter player, but like nowadays, like I'm more into like, not that. So I see what you mean. I didn't finish BioShock on the Switch. I had the games. I didn't even get close to finishing Infinite, but I did play a good bit, a few hours or so. But yeah, no, there's something about it. This first person, it's like, I don't know.
It's just not for me. I know a lot of people really do love that. Yeah. It's just that's not something that I'm really into all that much.
The game, the trailer looked just absolutely amazing. Next one, I'm gonna save the Nintendo thing for last of the games. We'll say next up. Let's go to a funny one. Party Animals.
Dude.
I don't know what
I was dying. Oh my God, I was dying.
The jokes they were telling.
So freaking hard.
I think I'll put all these links in the description. You guys want to check out all the individual trailers? I will put the links in the description of the podcast, so you can check them out for yourself if you're on the audio.
Dude, I was laughing so damn hard.
They made it,
and I've seen it before. I don't remember where I've seen it before. I've seen a trailer for this game before. Yeah. But they really did show a lot last night. I mean, God.
To give you an idea, Party Animals, basically it's like a part. It looks like some sort of party game, a multiplayer party game where you can play with your friends. And they're like, they got you play as like these weird, funny cartoon animals, and they have the ragdoll physics. So you're just like running around, like your head's bobbling everywhere, your belly's jiggling. It's ridiculous, and it just looks really interesting, really fun. I just think it's. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it's coming to Switch. Do you know if it's coming to Switch? Actually, I don't think so. I think it's just Steam. I'm going to skip toward the end of the trailer. It tells you.
No, it's Steam and Xbox. It's going to be on Xbox Game Pass day one for free. So that is cool. I will have it. Anybody who has Xbox, we're going to be playing this. That's for sure. Well, you'll have it. Oh no, you don't have Game Pass, do you?
Not anymore. And I
get rid of Game Pass.
Well, I'm going to buy it on Steam. I'll just buy. I'm sure I can't imagine this is more than a $20 game. Especially on Steam, because Steam prices are cheap.
It might be 40, but I think it's going to be worth it. It looks great.
It'll be on sale. This game will be on sale. It'll be on sale. If you don't,
dude.
40 might be right, but like
even the mini games that just the stuff they showed, I'm like every single one of those is like yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, whether it's on whether it's expensive or not, I still think it's a game worth picking up. It looks from this trailer, the jokes in the trailer were hilarious. It's
Chattahoochee pontoons.
Yeah, we can do that. Animals. We can do that. So again, Jedi Fall. I'm sorry, it's not Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, yo, Is that the trailer that they put out earlier in the week? Is it the same one? Because I never got around to watching that trailer.
I'm not sure.
Watching the one that they played last night, like, holy cow. Like, wow. That looks really, really good.
Yeah, graphics are getting so good because they're using like face tracking, body tracking technology now. It's just like, it's the guy. What's his name?
Yeah,
he's from Shameless. It's the guy from Shameless. Like he's in the.
Well, and there's a lot of speculation that they're going to bring him, the actor, that guy, into actual Star Wars movies.
Oh, they have to
play this character.
They have to.
Well, why wouldn't they? Because the games are canon. They're in the Star Wars timeline. So why not? I'd love to see a movie with him. I'd love to see a TV show.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I wouldn't. I'm not going to say that they're going to start off with giving him his own show. I don't think that's at all. I think what they're going to do here, he's going to be maybe in Mandalorian season 4. You know what I mean? Like not this next season. Like the next season's 3, right? I'm talking about like 2024. You know, he's going to be in one of those shows,
yeah,
and they're gonna put the feelers out there for the Star Wars community. Like, did they like him? Did they not like him in the show? And if they did like him, then he's gonna get his own show or something like that.
See, I don't know, man. I think those decisions are made way in advance before they start putting things in. They put him in for a reason because we're putting him in here because you're getting something else with him.
What do you mean?
I don't think they're like, let's put him in this and then we'll see if we're gonna do it. I think if they put somebody in something, they know. Like, they didn't just drop Boba Fett in Mandalorian.
Okay, that's Boba Fett,
like, well,
dude.
We'll see if we're going to do a show with him or something.
That is Boba Fett. People have been screaming for Boba Fett to be more inclusive for years.
Same with Ahsoka.
Decades.
Same with Ahsoka. They didn't just drop Ahsoka into the Mandalorian to be like, we'll see how everybody likes. We'll see live action Ahsoka. No, they knew. They already knew. That's happening.
I see what you're saying. I just disagree because I think it's completely different. Like, that's so different.
Why? This is now
starting with Boba Fett.
Character.
Okay. Let me explain why. Starting with Boba Fett.
No, I get that.
Decades.
The Boba Fett thing I get.
But
Ahsoka is definitely a good. That's a same thing.
Because she's been a fan favorite for not decades, but like a decade. That show's been came out.
She's in Clone Wars. She's in Clone Wars. Not everybody even watched Clone Wars.
Yeah. But they knew that she was one of the best parts about that show, and they knew.
People like these games.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's 2016. It's too young. The game just came out in 2016, the first one, and I don't think it's so. I don't think they're like, okay, the game was this video game was successful, so let's give this guy who started in it an entire TV show. I just don't think that. I mean, no,
you're right. I don't think they're. I don't think they're just going to
with the snap of their fingers. Like, give it a little time. No. Give it a little time. Let's put him in Mando season 4. When a really good time to bring him into a live action show would be, though. What's that?
When they release this game.
I would say that's a good idea. So maybe he is in Mando season 3.
Maybe.
I guess don't mistaken me. I'm not saying the decision is going to be entirely based off of his success in a cameo. Like, I know that they're probably already working on his own show or something like that. But I think that it is important for them to be like, listen, this is not a Clone Wars TV show. This is a video game, and that doesn't necessarily translate to the big screen, or the big screen as in your home TV, whatever you want to say.
Speaking of video games translating to the big screen, Geeb. How about that Mario movie clip?
We'll go right there. So yeah, guys, we got during the Game Awards. During the Game Awards, we got.
Give me some credit.
Not a trailer.
It was a great segue. Great segue.
Well, don't ruin it with.
Yes.
Don't ruin your segue.
Yes.
Okay, you did good. Now don't ruin it. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're skipping Earthblade. It was awesome.
No, we'll come back to it.
But the Mario clip, the movie clip, was, I don't know, dude. It was great. It was great.
I was like stupidly excited.
It was great.
The music. Listen, the liberties that they've taken with the music and the way it's like that Mario music, but it's like also like they're walking around and talking. It's like kind of like Mario music. It was like elevator music. I don't know. You know what I mean? It was just, I know exactly. Very good.
You know how I would not describe it as elevator. I would say, I know what you mean, but I would say it's like they took an established music from a game and just translate it to a movie soundtrack. Like that's it's exactly what they did. It translates perfectly.
It just
it
sounded good. I really loved what they did with it.
I think all to say, what you mean is it works. They did a great job making like the traditional into like some orchestral, some cinematic movie music. It was
even just the stuff in the background while they were talking.
Just background. Yeah.
It was good. It was really good. All the little stuff like as they're going through. Oh,
they walk through the town.
Many Easter eggs.
They walk through the town. You see the little question mark yellow boxes, and he's like, "What is this?" And then they jump. They walk on the platform. They travel through the tubes,
the moving platforms and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said this last night, but the main Toad, he's got like the backpack, like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. He's gonna be like an explorer guy. I bet he ends up in the outfit and everything at some point.
A question: Keegan-Michael Key's character, the Toad, his voice.
Yeah.
Like, is it weird to you? They've altered it, haven't they? They've pitched it up. He sounds like 3 octaves higher than what his actual voice sounds
I don't know. I mean, I have to go back and listen. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. I didn't feel like it was. I want to say, now that we've heard it, I'd have zero problem with Chris Pratt as Mario.
So
I think he's fine.
I think we confirmed that he's going to be New York Italian because he said something just like a New York Italian, fake New York Italian accent would sound. I just don't think it's going to be a good performance. There's nothing you could say to convince me that he's going to be good. He's going to do. He's going to do it. He's going to do. I'm sorry. He's going to do good. He's a fantastic actor. He's going to do great. What I mean is, he's not even like my 5th option to voice the character. There's like a bajillion people who I don't know their names, but we talked about this a while back. Like, they should have given it to a trained voice actor or just somebody who's an actor who can do a better job.
We've done that before. I mean, I think it's gonna be fine. From what I heard in that, I thought it was good.
Now Luigi.
Yeah, Charlie
Day. We heard some more of his voice too.
Spot on, absolutely spot on.
Keegan-Michael Key, great job. Like I think all those performances are going to be outweighing whatever I dislike of Chris Pratt.
Still have not heard Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. We have not heard his voice yet.
Think about it though. Think about it. Are we really going to hear a lot of Donkey Kong's voice in general?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Why not?
Because
everybody else is talking and having a good time.
I'm not saying we're not going to hear anything. All I'm saying is, are we really going to hear a lot? Because he's like this doofus monkey. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna be sipping on tea with a monocle. You know what I mean? He's just.
I mean, they're gonna have conversations. They're there for a reason. They go to him for a reason. I'm sure they have to go. There's going to be conversations. There's going to be dialogue. I'm sure there'll be a pretty good bit, and I would not be surprised if we got a Donkey Kong movie. Sometime in the future.
Absolutely,
I mean, that's happening.
Absolutely,
yeah, right?
No doubt. I'm just saying, like, think about it. So they're taking the character back. They remodeled Donkey Kong to take him back to the older version, like the old video games I used to see. Because if you noticed, that Donkey Kong looks quite a bit different than the one they came up with, like, let's say Tropical Freeze, like all the way,
it's different.
So this one is more modeled toward that old Donkey Kong, and this new.
Well, you realize where they were at in the trailer, right?
What do you mean?
The trailer, whenever he's beating Mario up.
Where are they?
That's all made to look like that old Donkey Kong game with the red rails that they stand on. It's that level and stuff where you're Mario trying to get up to save the princess and Donkey Kong. That's exactly what that whole arena is modeled. Oh my god!
I'm just saying, like, when Fukawa, is that his name?
Furukawa, yeah.
When he talked about the remodel and now they're taking him back to they've remodeled him. In his words, they kind of said something. They remodeled him to look more, I don't know,
animated, more comedy.
Yeah.
What's the word for it?
He's gonna be like this like goofy, angry, strong monkey, like who's he's not gonna be like Bowser, who's like
he's
evil
gonna be doing
mastermind.
The Seth Rogen laugh. It's fine.
He's gonna be like he's gonna be like screaming like, oh, he pounded his. I don't think he's gonna be like this character who has lots to say. Is all I'm really saying. He's gonna be a little dumb.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see.
Either I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying like that's what I think is.
Miyamoto. Yeah, he's right. Sorry, Mega Boyd's right.
I couldn't remember that
is
name.
who was talking about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mega Boyd.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he plays it. We'll see. I mean, it depends on what the story is. It's going to depend a lot on where they take the story. I have the feeling that they're going there because they need something from him. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of dialogue. You're right though. He may not be like the smartest. Maybe they're going to have him.
He's not a chatty Cathy.
Laid back kind of like whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear Seth Rogen's voice, and that's immediately where I go to. So
yeah. So let's talk about the brand new Nintendo game coming in March of 2023. 3 months from now. 3 months. We're getting Bayonetta Origins, Cezra, and the Lost Demon. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but Bayonetta Origins
hit me right in the face. I was like,
I was shocked. I was like, we're a brand
is this
new
real?
Nintendo.
Like,
it looked
what?
It looked like
is happening.
It looked the beginning of the trailer looks like a commercial for Bayonetta 3, which
I thought that's what it was.
Well, it is essentially. That was Bayonetta 3 gameplay. And then they switched to
some of that. Now turn the page. I've already played through.
Turn the page, and now
some of the cutscenes.
Bayonetta Origins. It's like it's its own thing.
I mean, where are you at on this? I need to see a little bit more. I don't know. I
don't care in the slightest. I don't think.
I think
it's not. The gameplay doesn't.
Interesting idea.
The gameplay doesn't interest me. That doesn't mean I don't think it's a bad game.
Right. It's a totally different style of game than what Bayonetta is. That's for sure. But I mean, you're not really interested in Bayonetta, are you?
No, I am. I don't have it yet. I will.
Okay. Yeah.
I will play all 3 of those games at some point.
Yeah. I'll tell you what surprised me the most. The thing about this that surprised me the most, and I asked this last night, I was like, is Platinum making this game? Like, this is crazy, because they're the ones that made, like, obviously the Bayonetta games and like Astral Chain.
Right.
Like, that's what they made. This, I was like, whoa. I mean, I don't know a ton about all the games they've made, but I know what they make today. I know what type of games they make now. Yeah. It's not like this. So I'm interested to see. I want to see a little bit more about this. I feel like they showed a decent amount, but I don't quite.
I think it's going to be turn-based. I think it's going to be a turn-based game.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that type of game at all. I think it's.
They didn't show any UI element. They didn't show any like legit gameplay. I mean, there's gameplay, but it's not like literal.
Yeah, you can't
screen
see
capture
what you're
gameplay.
doing. Yeah.
It's just like the essence, or not the essence. It just, I don't know. There's no. I got no feel. It looks to me it's going to be turn-based. Could be wrong about that.
Who knows? It comes out soon.
Let me tell you, so I am a sucker for a good story, as you guys may know. So if it's a good story, and if it's not turn-based, I will play it. I think I'll play it. I heard it's $60 though. That doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, of course it's $60. It's a Nintendo game.
Well, yeah, it's a Nintendo game, but it's like, come on, it's a spin-off of a low franchise.
It's full game though. Full game.
It's just interesting. Not interesting enough for me to be like, yeah, this is a must buy. Well, yeah, brand new Nintendo game. They announced they fucking dropped the game, dude, in the Game Awards.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Again, I was wrong too.
Every year, I'm wrong. I said Nintendo won't be there. There they are.
Dougie
I'll
Fresh.
Say the same thing
Dougie Fresh
year.
Was there, hardcore.
Dougie Fresh, yeah, he was. He was out there doing his thing.
Yeah. Now
I'm gonna look at the rest of these. Go ahead, you're good. I'm gonna look at what else is announced. See if there's anything else we need to talk about.
Well, I want to talk about the awards now. I know that's not something that you care about. Apparently,
hang on.
Okay, hanging. Sorry, podcast. You hang.
No, we're good. You can keep talking.
Oh, well, while you're looking at that, I wanted to talk about the awards that were given out last night, because Nintendo also showed up winning a bunch of awards last night.
Really quick, Diablo 4, if anybody cares about it, and Death Stranding 2 was also announced. I didn't play the first one. I know it was huge and it was whatever, but I mean, Death Stranding 2 is kind of a big deal. Diablo 4 with a date, but I think it was leaked. I think it was already leaked.
Yeah.
Because I actually said it. I was like, coming June 6th. I was like, actually, I don't know if that's true, but it was leaked. I think that's what it was, but it actually was June 6th.
Yeah.
God, what else? Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else.
It's okay. We're good. We don't need to talk about the games anymore.
Unless we're missing something big.
I don't think so.
Oh, I want to ask you one more. I mean, there's one more I do want to talk about.
Okay.
I want your opinion on this because I don't know. The Crash game.
Dumb.
The fight is like 4-on-4 fighting or whatever.
Dumb.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
It's dumb. I think Crash fans probably like it. Kids are going to love it. Not for me. I played Crash as a kid, and it's just one of those games for me that did not age well. Just doesn't, the gameplay doesn't translate to me as an adult.
See, I was a Nintendo, like it was Nintendo, yeah.
I loved to Crash games when I was a kid. Just not my thing anymore. And this new gameplay style just didn't interest me. Okay, Drip. No more podcast research during the podcast.
Sorry.
The notable awards from last night. These are mostly. We'll get to the Game Award thing. I want to acknowledge some of the first Nintendo things they won because.
Oh, Hades 2. Hades 2. Whoa, Hades 2.
I skipped Hades 2. I have it on my list.
Yeah, that's on the list. Yeah,
Hades 2. Great game. Looks great.
We had Earthblade on the list too, actually.
Yeah, it's fine. We can move on.
Yeah. So it's
made from the people who made Celeste.
Metroidvania Celeste game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks great. Moving on.
Yeah, Hades 2. Looks like, honestly, Hades 2 just looks like more Hades. It's cool, though. Go ahead.
You done throwing concrete onto this episode?
I mean,
what concrete?
You want to talk about the awards? I'll talk about that's fine. We'll talk about the awards.
It is a Nintendo podcast. I just wanted to mention the awards they won,
Okay, let's do it. Let's do that.
Kirby the Forgotten Land won Best Family Game.
Yes, it did.
It did.
I really enjoyed that game. I played it all the way through.
Yes.
I liked it.
Best Sim and Strategy Game went to Mario and Rabbids, which is not really a Nintendo game, but it is. Kind of. Uses a Nintendo IP.
It does. It does.
I didn't play the new Mario Rabbids King, whatever it's called.
I played some of the first one and then decided the second one is a lot different. I do know that, but I played some of the first one and I decided, meh.
I'll tell you what, guys. If the first one's gonna go anything like the second one's gonna go anything like the first one, just wait a year. It's gonna go down 80%.
Yeah, God, I got the first one for like $7 or something like that.
Yeah, I paid $15 for it.
I got it super cheap.
Yeah, it's super cheap. So yeah, wait a little bit of time. It'll go down in price, but I'll play. I think I'm glad it won. It looked good. Splatoon 3, baby. You're a Splatoon 3 streamer now.
Yeah, that's all I do. I stream.
So you should be really happy that the best multiplayer game went. That's a big deal, dude. The best multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Splatoon. I mean,
is that what it was? Is that what it won?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to what the actual award was. I just saw its name there.
Bayonetta 3, best action game, that's pretty dope. It's a great action game, no doubt about it.
It is action packed. That is true.
Yes,
I have played it. There's action in it.
It's the best one. Have you heard? T-Talk won the most anticipated game, Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean, honestly, was it ever even in doubt?
Did you love his little giggle when he was announcing it, as if to giggle what do you guys think this is going to be? Anybody here think it's not going to be this? The way he giggled just made me laugh because you would mention how
I forget who it was. Someone was like, oh no, it might be this. It might be this. I forget what other games are even. Someone was saying, I think in Discord, I was like, there's no fucking way it's anything but this.
You guys are insane. Anyway, it was insane if you thought it was going to be anything else. It better not have been close to.
Yeah, well, and then right after that, I was like, okay, it won. This is it right here. If we're getting it.
No.
If we're getting it, they're going to do it right here.
No.
And they didn't. I was like, okay.
They didn't.
That's it. We're not going to get it. That's fine. I didn't think we were, but I was going to say, if they're going to do it, right now is when they're going to do it. Okay, they didn't. We're good.
Yeah. They didn't. But someone mentioned this too. I was convinced. Because God of War was winning everything.
Yeah, they were
winning.
House,
I felt like an idiot after saying what I said because someone in the chat was like, "It still could be Elden Ring." I was like, "No way, it's going to be Elden Ring or anything," because they were.
Well, I mean, I was saying that.
Think about it. They won every award. If you win all the other awards, aren't you the best game?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they won so many.
They won. I didn't count. It had to be on two hands. Had to be two hands. The amount of awards they won. But the award that God of War did not win was the only one they really wanted, which was Game of the Year. Went to Elden Ring.
Okay, so if you think before the night started, right? You think about this before the night started. Elden Ring winning Game of the Year is like, yeah, like, okay, like, yeah, that's.
When did Elden Ring come out? It's summertime.
Was it?
Right?
Was it summer?
I feel like it was summer.
April, May? Was it winter? I don't remember. Earlier in the year. When you think about that, but then you watch the awards show and you're like, okay, damn, God of War's winning everything. At that point, when we got up to Game of the Year, it's like, dude, I mean,
it's locked in.
Yeah, it's kind of locked in. When they said Elden Ring, I was like, oh my God. I was really surprised. Even going back and thinking now afterwards, like, still shouldn't have been that surprised. I was caught up in the moment of, God of War just sweeping awards.
I thought it was a foregone conclusion. I'm like, if you're going to win all the categories, a lot of the categories, especially the big ones.
February 25th when it came out. Thank you.
Okay, that was so early in the year. That was what I thought. I thought that was the death sentence for the game because it came out so early.
It usually is, honestly.
Because it's like, what have you done for me lately? That's what people kind of think about life in general. So like, what have you done for me lately? Well, you haven't made me joy in 8 months. So like. And this game just came out last month, and I'm playing it like 10,000 hours.
People are still playing it. Yeah. And that's whether you like it or not, it happens. You're right. The what have you done for me lately, or just the flavor of the week type of thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has it happens. It happens a lot. No matter, you can say you're a journalist, and it happens. It does happen. That's why I expected after all the awards are God of War. I was like, okay, this is like you said, the what have you done for me lately scenario, and they're definitely going to win. But yeah, I mean, from what I understand, both games are great. Haven't played either yet, but like I said, that's what my new Twitch philosophy's for. I'm going back and playing all kinds of fun stuff, starting with Miles Morales right now.
And I think honestly, we shouldn't be surprised. Like you said, like it was highly deserving of the award, and the
hype for that game was like everybody was playing it, man. It was a big deal.
Not that God of War wasn't deserving. I'm not saying that God of War wasn't deserving. I just think that. And you were giving me lots of crap in your chat last night because you're like, well, you have bias. And I'm like, no, I don't. I returned the game. Well, you just don't know. You play. You don't know what you're talking about.
No. That's not what I said. I said you were like, this voting is garbage. Here's
the thing, dude. But
my question to you was, how do you know it's garbage? How do you know it's garbage? Because how many of these games have you played? That was my argument to you last night.
So you I'm not judging the game based off of my experience with it. Like how, and I said in your chat, you didn't see it last night. Not a single person on planet Earth played every single game from game of the year nominated category, all the way through. Roll the credits and all. Nobody.
You are not a single person wrong about that. So wrong.
I don't believe it.
Plenty of people have done. Plenty.
All those games in that category rolled the credits. I'm
very sure of it. I'm sure a lot of people who. I mean, now you're right. Not every single person who voted did that, but I can tell you, there were definitely people who voted who have a vote who definitely played every bit of those games. I can guarantee you that.
But the vast majority of voters did not do that. So to say that, and I didn't play any of them, and I'm not saying that God of War or Elden Ring is a better game than the other. I'm not saying that. I don't know. I don't know which game is better. But here's what I do know. To just give all the awards to one game, I think that's what makes me discredit the award, the game. Not the game, the award. Like, that's what makes me want to denounce the awards in my mind. Like, I don't believe that God of War was so good that you were able to tell in the short amount of time it's been out that it was that much better than Elden Ring or any other game.
Well, if you played it through and you played the other one through and then you said, well, I like this one better.
You can't listen to me.
It's collective votes.
Listen to me.
This person,
you can't just devour a delicious meal and then be like, this is the best meal I've ever had. Like, you just fucking what's the term? You fucking horsed that food in your mouth immediately and was like, this is the best meal I've ever had. It's going to win every award. The game just came out. Let it sit. Give some time. You can't just watch a movie or you can't just.
It's their job, man. It's their job. It's what they do.
It's not humanly possible to just in that short amount of time just to decide this is the best game of the entire year.
I mean, I agree. There's lots of times where it's like, You can. This is new thing, and I really like it. That old thing was really good too, but I don't remember it quite as well as maybe. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Elden Ring still won. Still won Game of the Year.
It did win.
And
either game would have been deserving. And you give it more time, and maybe God of War. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the voters. Like if they were actually doing their job properly and like thinking about it, not just reacting. I feel like the God of War votes were just reactive votes of an established IP with the past history of great games, and this game in particular also initial impressions fantastic. So I just think they were reactionary votes, not necessarily like really well thought out. Like maybe Elden Ring should have won a couple. Like I don't the music, for example. Maybe the music. God of War is like, oh, you still have the tingles from God of War music. It was so good. But like people forgot about Elden Ring, how good that music was. And maybe give us some time.
They did have good music. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Watching people play.
That's just an example. That's just an example. Music. Like I just don't know because you can't just win all those categories and just be like, you just can't win all those categories.
You can, because it just happened. You can. It just happened.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not for me. It's not truly validated. I still stand behind what I said last night, where it's like, yeah, I don't know if I don't think this voting system really worked this year.
What voting system? What would you like to happen? Do you know the voting system?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I may be wrong about this. Switch Corner is in the chat. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I am pretty sure. The way they do this is all the big publications all get to turn in a vote.
Yeah. And
everybody who is there, who does the stuff, gets their vote. And then whoever wins that vote, that's that place's vote.
Yeah. And listen,
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
You or anybody else listening can call me crazy. Feel free. Go ham on if you're still listening to this episode, thank you in the YouTube comments. You can tell me how wrong I am. I'm fine with you telling me how wrong I am. It's my opinion. I just don't think that I don't think one game can win that many categories and just be like, but then also lose the game of the like. That's the damning evidence for me right there. How could you win that many categories, but then suddenly you're not the best game?
I see what you're saying.
Like
I do understand.
These were reactionary. These were a bunch of reactionary votes. And maybe Elden Ring should have won half of those votes if God of War got. I'm not saying we should split it 50-50, get participation trophies to everybody. I'm not saying that. But like,
no,
maybe because Elden Ring did win, because they knew that was the right choice for that game, because they've had more time to sit with it. Not necessarily the right choice, but because they've had more time to sit with the game and really reflect. There's no reflection time of God of War. That's why you can't vote for it. But you can still say it was the best music because I'm still high on the album. When an album drops from your favorite artist, you're high on it. You're like, this is the best shit ever. But then you sit for a while, you're like, nah, maybe I kind of like the other album from 10 years ago better than this one. But in the moment, I was liking it better. That's hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying.
I will say this. I understand where you're coming from on it has the best this, it has the best that. It also has the best this, and that over the same game.
Yeah.
It's not the game of the year. I understand, but I mean, it's this voting system. It is what it is. It's just, it is what it is. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is strange how it can have the best music, the best whatever. It wasn't, what was it? Did it win best story? It didn't win best story.
Well, think about this for a second. Every single thing that you listen to through your speakers or your headphones, God of War won the best of. Every single thing you heard with your ears was the best of from God of War. Yet it didn't win the best voice actor, the best music, the best visual. I think they won visual effects too. With I can't remember, with some sort of visual something. It wasn't like makeup because it's a game. It's not makeup, but.
Yeah, I don't remember what they won.
I believe they won that war too. God, they just won. They won major categories, just not the major. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Okay, so whatever it was, what was the one? Let me ask you this: the one that Elden Ring won
over
before it won.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know.
So whatever that was, that shit was badass, and that's what made it game of the year.
I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember from yesterday night after 4 hours of watching it, but I believe it was like direction or something to that effect, like
game direction or something like
something like that.
Whatever it was,
design.
Clearly, there you go. Now you have your answer. That's why. Whatever that was, it was so damn good that it made it better than all those other little things.
Yeah, I plan on reading a lot of these comments from particularly Switch Corner and all you guys in the chat in a moment. But before we head out of here, guys, before we get to the after show, after the game, a Game of the Year award. you may or may not have seen. You may have seen. I have theory. I want to talk about theories. We'll talk about the theories in the after show. No. We'll do it. No, fuck it. This episode's already long anyway. Let's just talk about it in the episode. I'm gonna play the clip.
The Bill Clinton kid.
Yeah, let's play the clip. Just listen.
We'll talk about it in the after show. What the hell is that?
No, we'll talk about it here. We'll talk about it here. Let's listen to the clip.
Hey, Matan. Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
And then the awkward claps after he says his thing.
Everyone's like, wait, what the fuck was that?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, let's listen to Jeff Keighley, what he had, his reaction after his face is priceless. Well, let's take a listen to what he said.
He's like,
Successful evening, congratulations.
Oh, they kind of cut him off there in the clip. I don't know. They cut him off from the clip, but his face said it all. His face is like, whoa,
like,
okay, that was awkward. And the camera, those of you listening, the camera. Sorry. Hold on.
Winner.
So the camera just zooms out off of the stage like as fast as it can after they realize what's happening. And I'm going to talk about the reactions. Did you see some of the reactions from the people in the background?
No,
they were like, "Who the hell is this kid?"
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
The award winners looking at each other, and then the host was looking. They're all looking at each other like, "Wait, he's not with you? They're not with. He's not with you. Who is this with?" And then like 5 security guards dressed in black.
I saw that. Yeah.
Come in
as they were
the camera
pulling the
zooms
camera
out.
back. He was trying to go back to the crowd. They were like, come on. I was like, ooh, shit.
Yeah. And then
but at that point, I'm like, dude, it's like 11 o'clock. I thought it was going to be done an hour earlier than that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know why that kid just
I
did
really
that.
wanted to
And
talk
I
about
don't even know how to react to it. But
it was funny on Twitter. You saw a screenshot of this kid was sitting a few rows back of those. You could see him in the award show. He was like in the middle of the seats there on an aisle seat. He was just in the audience. He just walks up with them and nobody's noticed. Like everybody's like, it was just so bizarre. Like nobody noticed. He just walks up.
I mean,
and then he just walks in the microphone, and the music started to play, and they brought it back down for him. Did you notice that too? They brought the music back down so he could talk. Everyone thinks he's with them, and everyone's like not paying attention. Like, what happened? So weird.
Okay, wait. He's a YouTuber, I guess. Supposedly, he's a YouTuber.
Oh, I think we're getting some input from the chat,
and for sure oh yes, he was arrested. 100%.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, dude. Yes, he got in trouble for that for sure. He got in trouble.
So
you can't do that.
So weird. That was such a weird thing. And what he said doesn't make any sense. It's just like gibberish to me. Like words that I can understand, but together it made no sense.
He said he nominated somebody, which I think
nominated
his dedicated
rehabilitated rabbi, Bill Clinton, something like that.
He
like,
nominated. Yeah, I think he wanted to say he dedicated the award, not nominated the award.
I don't know what that was awkward. I was like,
it's just stage fright, man. It's fine. It happens. He tried real hard.
It wasn't stage fright. I think it was just broken English. It's because he had an accent. It sounded like
I don't know. I think I just wonder what the hell the point of it. What was the point of it? What was he doing?
It was either political or it was a joke. Either
it had to be a joke.
Either one of those two things.
I don't see no, Bill Clinton is not relevant in politics at this point.
I don't know why you would choose that political stance with that.
Yeah, that's a weird ass political stance.
3 terms ago,
Bill,
president.
Like who the hell? Like Bill Clinton. Like most people in the fucking crowd.
Or it was like
Bill Clinton.
Or maybe Bill Clinton represented something. Or maybe he's talking about the Democratic Party. Bill Clinton's, party.
Who knows, man? I don't know.
Who knows?
To me, it seems like it had to be a joke. I don't think it could have been a.
It wasn't funny. It wasn't even slightly funny.
I mean,
maybe awkward.
Maybe he got like dared to do it by, and if he's I don't know, maybe he was talking about it. Maybe he's talking like, I'm going to go up on stage during the game. Like maybe there's been this thing and he was going to do it.
I don't know.
The accent was fake, supposedly.
I believe it. It was a bad accent. It didn't sound like anything I could understand.
It was the whole thing, man. It was just
very strange.
But again, I was tired at the time. I was like, I just want to go to bed.
I don't know. Is that something? The young kids in the chat can, if there's anybody who's young out there, can tell. Like Hari, he's in here. Hari, was that some like young thing? The kids like bad jokes. Is that like a thing the kids do these days? Am I too old now? Have I gotten to the point where I don't understand the young kids' jokes anymore? I don't get it.
Yeah, Geeb, you're old. I totally get it.
I don't understand what that was about. But anyway, guys,
I totally get it.
We've gone. This is a long one. We used to do longer. Do you remember when we consistently did an hour and 40 minutes? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
This was going to be just about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's long for us, but these days.
Good.
But yeah, this is a fun one. You guys enjoy the extended episode this week. We appreciate you guys
For
listening. We're going to go ahead and talk to the chat in the after show on YouTube. So any of you guys in the audience, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Drip, any last words?
No.
We'll see
I
you
don't have any.
We'll see you next week.
Later.